The takeaway here is Dave Dombrowski spoke, I guess, last night after the game to the remaining media as everybody's heading north. And, of course, the only really subject that has kind of been up for, I guess, debate / it wasn't really open. I mean, let's call it what it is. I think Johan Rojas, they have firm belief in. They always wanted him to be the center fielder. And no amount of spring training struggles was really going to keep him from that job. So let's just call it what it is. It wasn't even that much of a debate. But, you know, with Jake Cave here and Christian Pache here and some other guys, it was the only one that was kind of debatable. Everybody else is pretty locked in cement where they are. So Dave Dombrowski had this to say about Johan Rojas, and he's right. He basically said we can talk about Rojas as much as we want to, but the story here is if the first 7 guys in the order don't produce, it's kind of irrelevant what the 9-hole does.
Bingo.
And he's right. And, you know, those guys are high paid. Some are superstars of the game. And let's not forget, National League Baseball, we're now like, it's funny, and I find myself guilty of this too. Talk about the 9-hole like it's imperative to the lineup.
Yeah.
For the majority of my life, I had to watch pitchers go up there and throw a bat at a ball, and it was a waste of time, and it was unproductive. Nobody enjoyed it, right? Nobody enjoyed pitchers hitting, right?
I mean, enjoyment? No, but
I never know with you.
Strategically speaking, it was a different aspect.
It was a different game.
Yeah, but did I enjoy watching Jamie Moyer go hit? No.
Okay, that's all I'm getting at. Nobody really enjoyed it. So, like, you know, granted, he's got to have a greater than 500 OPS, and he can't hit 165 because there is a breaking point.
There is.
But, like, we're talking about the 9-hole hitter. So, like, I get what Dombrowski is saying here. This is a position that's new to us.
Yeah, it's like we're complaining about practice. Like, we're talking about practice. We're talking about
the 9-hole hitter?
Like, come on now. That's what I try to preface every time we talk about Yo-Ro here on the show row that no.
Oh, God. Maybe it was a mescaline trip I woke up in this morning with Anthony here. Was that just off the hip there?
It was just straight off the hip, just fine as it go. That at the end of the day, we're talking about the bottom of the batting order. If you go out there game by game, I know we're talking a lot about wanting to start strong. Everybody, as we know, the last couple of years, the Phillies have dug themselves in the hole to kick off the season. This year, we want them to start off strong. Johan is not going to make or break that if the guys before him are not ready to go.
Yeah.
If Kyle Schwarber, if Bryce Harper, Bryson Stott, Trey Turner, those, the top of the team is where you focus. This is like we're talking about 6-man, or we're talking about, depth pieces and role guys. Like Johan Rojas' role is as a center fielder. It's not even to go out there and get over 20 home runs or anything. Do we want him to have better at bats?
If he has over 20 home runs for his career, I'll be impressed.
We want better at bats, but like we are fighting over crumbs here as to who's going to be the bottom of the lineup. So I enjoyed Dave's comments because as he was saying, I was like, period, preach, agreed. Because this is like such a minor thing. And at the end of the day, as he was talking about, not only are you, you want Johan to continue to work, want him to stay positive, as he was mentioning, wanting to make good contact. And he was like, it may not always look pretty, may not always be the line drive, but he still adds to the club. And the club is better with Johan Rojas. But on the other side of it, he's like, I tip my cap to our, bless you, Tyler. I tip my cap to our coaches because they've done a good job. Other guys, like an Alec Boehm, who's been much better at third base.
How about that play at third by him the other day?
He's like, Alec Boehm's been much better at third base. Bryce Harper going to first base. These are the types of moves. Bryson Stott, really good at second base. And hopefully this year can be a year where he becomes more of a household name around the league. We know him in Philly from seeing him every day, but others do not understand the greatness of Bryson Stott as well and appreciate it. So when you look at what Dave Dombrowski's comments were, it was like that reminder of simmer down, guys. This team has so much talent with or without Johan Rojas giving good at bats that's just a minor addition. Not something that's going to be a make or break thing. Kind of like what's
Larry
happening
Boa said the same things when we were talking to
your shoe over here. Are you still itching your foot?
I had a little heel itch. I was itching on the. I wore shoes today, and I feel like a coward. Darth Pooh, he has a comment in the chat that says, Jamie terrible argument for pitchers being in the 9 hole. They aren't here anymore. Expect better. Yeah, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Like, baseball survived and was great for decades upon decades upon decades with shit-ass pitchers playing in the 9 hole. Of course the game's better. I expect better from Johan Rojas than a pitcher's production. But the point is, like, baseball's fine if your 9 hole doesn't really contribute much. And now I'm going to shock you guys.
Oh?
Are you ready?
Are you going to?
Are you sitting down? Oh, you are.
Okay,
Tyler, you ready? I'm going to say something positive about Kyle Schwarber in the leadoff.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me mark this down.
Yep.
On this date, 11/16, on March, what is today? 26th. Oh, no.
With Johan Rojas being in the 9 hole,
okay,
it's really nice to have Kyle Schwarber protecting him.